Good morning everybody, wee Paddy from across the Shuck, and I've just got a little video to bring to you this morning, and it's I don't know how you're going to take this wee video, but I'm just going to blurt it out anyway. I've been offered, GearBest contacted me and asked me if I would do reviews for them on certain products, and I said yes, I certainly would, but it would be on knives, flashlights, EDC gear that I do on my channel. They accepted that and said that. I said, am I allowed to give honest reviews? They said yes. And I've done due diligence, I've asked about, and they do say that to everybody, and they do tend to mean it. So I'll just take it for what it is. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to tell you that anything that I'm going to have a do GearBest by, I'm going to let you know beforehand. But to be honest with you, it will be GearBest of stuff like Ganzos and San Remos, which is going to be the most of what I'm going to get from GearBest. There's a few torches I've seen which would be great for cheap EDC torches rather than the expensive versions. So it's going to be budget orientated. My channel isn't going to change. It's going to be budget orientated. And I know at the minute, it's another thing I just wanted. I've been saying this with these words more now than I've ever said it in my life. I have been humbled to my knees recently with the amount of gifts. I asked for a bit of help with the channel, you know, for knives, and God bless you all who have helped me out, but there's been too numerous to mention, and even not the knives that have been given, but the support and the gathering round and the conversations and the well-wishers. It really has been an all-encompassing couple of months, and it does humble you. It really does make you realise, you know, you have this set image of what people are like out there in the world, and especially somebody like me, who I suffer from mental health problems, but it has shown me another view to people outside of my own family who I know love me and would take care of me, but it's shown me that there's plenty of people out there as well. I've been a sort of insular sort of a fella most of my life. Me and my wife have got lots of kids, so we tend to be sort of insular and family, and so I just want to say a big thank you to everybody. I really do genuinely mean that. And I'm not going to labour the point, because I know what it sounds like when somebody's doing it. It maybe sounds a bit insincere, and it could be further from the truth. So I really genuine from the heart thank you. And so I'm going to do GearBest. It's not going to affect my channel, because it's not as if I'm getting high-end knives and going to show them to you. I'm not. I've been given high-end knives to show you, which is knives that I thought I'd never get, and I'm waiting on a bug out coming. Love them knives. I sent them over the money. My kids had given me money for Christmas and my birthday, and I had saved it all up, and I sent it over to him, and he had got me a bug out, because I'd give that knife so much stick. I just thought, I'm going to have a bug out. It's a complete extravagance for me. I mean, that could have bought me a whole stack of Ganzos, but I've ordered it anyway, and it's at his house now, so it should be coming shortly from Love Them Knives, and a big thank you to him. He has supplied me with knives, along with Tony Meador, with Stasa, JT's Life, and too many others to mention, to be honest. I got another one here that I'm going to show this morning from Common Man Conservation. I'd only just met him, do you know what I mean? So it's just been everybody. It's not been one person. It's been an inflow from everybody. So what I'm going to talk about this morning, I was so nervous about telling you about GearBest. So if it does upset you, if I have more than a couple of people that would be upset, I will refuse it, because I don't want to lose any subscribers simply because I'm going to get given a couple of knives. It's going to work out probably about 3 or 4 knives a month, but they're all going to be budget knives. So I'm staying with the theme of my channel. It's not going to change. So let me know down below what you think. Next up, this is a U-turn. I put it in, you've read it and I said, this is a U-turn, and this is an Irishman, and I find this hard now. This is an American who has been taught by you American chappies not to be so quick to rule out not smaller, but budget companies run from America that charge a wee bit more than Ganzo for their budget line, that charge a wee bit more than San Remo, but I had wrote them off because I thought, oh, they're just trying to get more money out of me because it's made in America. And maybe in some of their knives that's true. Maybe that is true in some of the knives. But if I hadn't have had the gift of these knives, I would have missed out. And that's the truth. And now I'm constantly in search of some of the budget range American knives. And maybe not so budget, because they are blooming good knives. So it's a complete U-turn. And I have to say, hands up, I'm sorry. I can be a stubborn old ass, and I'm very hard to change my mind. Once I get a mindset in, you know, they don't understand, this is all the money I've got. Nonsense, we can all save. So, and you don't have to save a whole lot to get these knives. This is just knives, and they're not knives for the sake of another cutting blade. They're so interesting. And if I hadn't had these given to me, I would never have known. So that just shows the ignorance of me and stubbornness of an Irishman. So I'll bring you down now and I'll show you the knives we're going to talk about. Now, my belly's not getting any smaller, can I tell you that? Now, how does that look? I think I'll have to put my specs on. Now, there we go. Oh. You think I would have had this better organised, wouldn't you? Nah, Paddy never has it organised. So, sorry, these little animals here, these are for JT over at JT's Knife Life. Great channel, go and see it. He has, he seems to have the market on small dolls at the minute, and I thought I'd bring some of my own dolls out to keep his company so that, you know, so he feels good. But anyway, that's who they're for. Now, these are the three knives that I'm going to talk about, and there's more, but these are three that I'm going to talk about this morning. These are three that I wouldn't have known if people hadn't given them to me. I mean, over here in Northern Ireland, we don't see the Kershaws and the CRKTs. We don't see them because they're not sold over here as such. You can go on to certain sites, but unless you're a knife enthusiast, you wouldn't be going on them sites to get them. And we don't have a whole lot of knife enthusiasts, to be honest. So the first one I'm going to go to is the Induction, the Kershaw Induction. Absolutely, Grant and Gavin Hawke. This is, for months, was one of my most played with knives. It flicks out, it flicks in. It's not an axis lock, it's their own one. If I show you this, all you do is pull it back and it drops. I'll do that better on this side. So it comes out and you pull it, and you pull it back and it just drops and goes in. An absolute fidget magnet. You can sit all night. I can sit all night and just fidget. And I would never have seen it. And it's not an over-dear knife for what it is. You've got one of the top designers of knives, Grant and Gavin Hawke. It's a father and son. Plenty of information on them. And it's one of the most comfortable knives I've ever had in my hand. It's not a knife for a hard-working knife. I've done a review on this if you want to see it, because you can slip up there. You could, you know, if your hands are slippy and you're working, you can slip on. This is a foot-round knife. This is for sitting in front of the TV, and if the wife's annoyed you badly for the day, get this out. It's brilliant. I'm brave. My wife's in bed. She's not too well today. The second one now, this I've only just had. So it's a CRKT, which I didn't have any. It's a Tytac 2, and that's hard to say. Tytac 2. Say that fast. So this is the shape. Look at it. It's like a lightning bolt. And this is a reasonably cheap knife. This is not a dear knife. Again, it's a push-button release. You push the button. I've never seen any... Oh, there you go. Just drop straight down. This is another sit in front of the TV and fidget with. It's actually got thumb studs, so you can use thumb studs. You can use your flipper. But it just... Once it releases, it just goes in. Marvellous. So that's Kershaw and CRKT, just two I've chosen that are absolute fidget magnets. They are wonderful knives, really are, and just different locks. And one of my pleasures that I get out of showing all sorts of knives is the different locking mechanisms, the different fidget factor. And a knife, to me, I found, if there isn't a fidget factor, it doesn't get brought out that much. If I've got a knife out for the day and it's my knife of the day that I've picked, there has to be something about it. To keep it in my pocket all day when I'm out and night when I'm in, there has to be something. Now, it doesn't have to be over the top, but I have to feel something in it. A knife has to feel something. There's plenty of knives that are just useful, but to get in your pocket to stay the whole day, there has to be a fidget factor too. This one has shocked the living jiggers out of me, this one here, how much I've fallen in love with this. This is the Kershaw Blur, which you'll be able to say in the comments down below, has been out for years apparently. I'd seen them on YouTube and that. I'd never seen them, and I thought this is assisted, and I thought I've tried a couple of assisted. I don't particularly like them, and that's about $60 or $70. Much dearer over here, I must add. It's probably about 70. Well, in fact, I looked it up, it's about £80 over here, which is again going to take you over the $100, which is very expensive. But to be honest with you, now I've seen it, I'd probably pay that, because it is an amazing knife. When I first got it, bang, that just gave me, whoa, that nearly jumped out of my hand. I wasn't expecting the power. I love the thumb studs on it. If you see the thumb studs, they're these new modern type ones where they're flat, so you don't have anything poking into you, and you only have to touch that and it goes flying up. It's assisted. And I am not left-handed at all, yet I know that there's a wee bit awkward, but I can close it left-handed if I have to. Somebody told me to de-assist it. Well, not somebody, there was a whole lot said I much prefer them de-assisted. Not something I knew about, so I thought, okay, we'll do that. And it was nice just to fiddle. I like fiddling the inside knives because I don't know a lot. So I de-assisted it, and it lasted about a day, and I changed it back, because the one thing I liked about this knife when it came out of the box was that you can't mistake that sound for any other knife in my box. And it is a lovely, reassuring, solid thwack. The grip on the scales is amazing. And it's also the downside for me. One wee small downside. I took the clip off it. To me, this is a back pocket knife. Look how thin that is. Now, there's reviews coming on this, especially this, because I haven't had it that long. But it's so thin, it slips in my back pocket or the front pocket. Because of this grip, it doesn't move about in the pocket. I can set it straight up in my pocket with my wallet. It doesn't move. So that just blew my mind. If you want to save up for a knife that's not, well, it is expensive, very expensive, but to me, it's a Kershaw that I would never have thought of getting, because the price would have put me off. But I'd have missed out on an absolutely wonderful knife. It's 14N28. It's the Swedish steel. I can't remember what the middle letter is. It's gone out of my head completely. Nothing unusual, I know. But there we go. There's 3 knives that if I hadn't been gifted these, I would not have known about them. And it's something I have to be a wee bit more open to. And it's something I maybe, you can collect so many Ganzos and you collect so many cheap knives. But I think there does come a stage, and I'm at that sort of stage now, where I can go £10, £20 more, because I've got enough knives now to make my channel viable. I can do comparisons. I can maybe wait 2 weeks before I buy a knife, and that's where I'm hoping that GearBest is going to help, because if I get 3 knives, they'll last me a couple of weeks to review, to test, whatever. There's a routine there, and then that's paid. I can have 2 weeks of saving to buy maybe something just that, it's just up the next level. I'm not going huge, but it can let me do that. But what it can also let me do is, and this is where I keep asking you for help. Nobody's come back to me yet, and I find that sort of quite strange. It gives me a couple of weeks of saving my pocket money, as I keep talking about it, because I want to start sending knives out to other people. I've already started doing it, and I'm not doing it for recognition, but I've already started doing it because I've been blessed. So it gives me the GearBest gives me a week or two where I can put my wee tenner away for a couple of weeks, and it lets me send in a couple of parcels out. And most of it, and I'll be just, most of it is going to America, because I've been gifted so many things from my American audience. Now, others around the world have as well. Please do not take that. But most of it is going to America, and it does cost in shipping. Not a huge amount, but it does cost. So GearBest has given me the wherewithal to be able to do that. And that's another part of it that sort of I hadn't mentioned. But there we go, it's all part of it. I'm finished. There we are. You don't hear that very often. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, all my new subscribers. Please comment, let me know you're new, and we'll have a chat. This is just to let you know, ignorance can often hold you back from finding out good things. Kershaw and CRKT. I watched the SHOT Show this year, the videos of people, and they have got some amazing knife coming out this year, and all within reasonable budget price. You know, that little step up from a Ganzo maybe, but they're a little step up in fidget factor. So there we go. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you to those who went and done the videos. Love them knives. If you go onto his channel, he done, I believe, one of the best SHOT Show videos of the lot. He got into the stalls and he went through their whole range of knives. And he went from the more expensive to the very budget. And he has an amazing array. Get over to his channel. He's them all laid out there. You can go in, have a look at them. SHOT Show seem to be good. It's an exciting year for knives. Of all ranges, of all prices. So there's something for everybody coming up this year. So look forward to it. Take care. Bye-bye. Wait for a cup of tea. Ciao.